What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Ravenswatch. This is a game that I really enjoy, and apparently YouTube seemed to enjoy it as well. The last video I posted, I played as Sun Wukong as my first time ever solo and playing that character. Today, I'm going to actually use my favorite character, Scarlet, which is basically Red Riding Hood. We're going to be doing this solo, but for controller as the first time. As I go into this, I have no idea how this is going to look from your side, because not only do I not play this game solo very much, they also did a little bit of a balance patch very recently. This game's still not in 1.0, it's an early access game. So looking at Scarlet's abilities, she transforms in the day as Scarlet, at the night as a werewolf, the lycanthrope. Maybe a lichen is the wolf, lycanthrope is maybe the disease you have. Daggers that do slash attacks and generate combo points. A dash forward that deals damage and is increased based on combo points. A grenade that drops directly down. If you are caught in the explosion, you get stunned. And then a cloak that makes you intangible. Your attack and power gets a 100% crit rate. Alright, so you start every game off with choosing a talent. We have the Devour quest, Distant Explosions, special now travels further and explodes for additional damage. That one I actually really enjoy taking. It sort of like makes this attack sort of formidable. Like you can start a fight with it, or you can kind of just use it from any point you want. We have a Raven Tower right next to us. That's vision for the map. Ooh, and a Crimson Key. We'll actually make sure we go back to that. So red plays very differently from Sun Wukong. You only have two real defensive options while you're in red's form. One is the dash through, which is my R2. I'm also trying to remember, not really remember, I've never played with controller before, so this is my first time. So I apologize if I take some extra hits here. We get our vision. Yeah, so there is, ooh, level up. Double strike on dash, and then explosive rush. The double strike gives us damage every time we dash, and then we get more combo stacks. There's the optional boss for that key I had. I'm actually kind of surprised that we are getting this. I thought that the key had its own location on the map, like it was actually visible, but apparently not. I don't know how far away from that it can spawn. I'm not ready for it just yet, so let's grab this chest first. It's right there, so we have to go around. Then try to just sneak past any enemies I see. Worst case scenario, they come in with me, and I just have to clear out all of them. But there's no real sense in me attacking things that don't belong to an objective, because it's sort of a waste of time. So like I said, we have basically two defensive options with red. I can either cloak to get invisibility, also makes us immune to damage, or we do our dash through. If my dash through, which is my R2, is on cooldown, and if my intangible's on cooldown, screwed. Green armor, dragon height, dreamcatcher. We could maybe look towards, like, we get dreamcatcher super early. Maybe we could make a economy play here where all of my prices are reduced. We do have a wishing well. I might be strong enough to do something with that key so far. Alright, this is our trait. It's now nighttime, so we go into lichen form, which is our wolfkin. We're gonna go through. I do have to actually fight the monsters, unfortunately. Wolfie is usually a lot more defensive than red. I have lifesteal in the kit, so ideally what happens is you're low on red. You wait until nightfall, which means I have to not die before it becomes night, and then I can actually get my health back. It's a very, very fine line of balance, trying to make sure you don't die as red and then get your health back as Wolfie. But this, it's still my favorite character because thematically it works well, and I do enjoy the buttons for the most part. So that was my dash double strike. It gives me one immediate stack of combo, and it does good damage from the look of it. Quick bite to kill that. Get our max HP up. I do like to grab those if they're in the area. I'm just killing these since I kind of have to kill them anyway. The quest is right here. Whatever was next to me would have just come in anyway. To be honest, since I haven't played Ravenswatch too much on my own, I don't quite remember what's inside of these dungeons. Alright, these things suck. Jump in, bite it. Let's go in using the key. I think these were really difficult. I don't know if I can actually do this myself. A bunch of basic monsters. Our slam does a very good job of killing all of the small fry, which is nice. And one bite does 165. That was like half this thing's damage. Or half this thing's HP, I should say. It's really a pretty good character, I'd like to say, but you have to keep in mind, you will be taking hits in wolf form. Really, the goal is to just not take any damage with red, but I don't know if I can really manage that. Let's head up here. Big HP bar. And we're fighting against, oh, like a giga version of those monsters I just fought. I think sometimes there might be a giant pig in here. And maybe there's a tree variant. I don't know if I've seen the tree before. Luckily, this is like not the hardest enemy. I think if it was the pig, it would be much worse. Okay, so we're at half HP, but as soon as I pop my B, which is the blood howl, ow, we can actually heal up quite a bit. I'm trying to save my bites, specifically for the elite. It does a good amount of stagger damage. And the small enemies do like 1 damage. Oh, 5. Okay. That's a lot more than I thought. Alright, kill those. We got the level up. Daytime now. Murderous Intent. Our defense gives us combo points. Interesting. Or we can get health and attack speed whenever we spend a combo point. I do also have the option to reroll here. I don't know if I've ever taken Adrenaline before. I was complaining about healing in human form, so maybe this is the answer to that. Inside the chest, we have Cursed Objects. Attack Lifesteal is very strong. Damage per Cursed Object, including this one, and then we have to dodge legendaries. Or increase Dream Shard gains, but lose them all when you die. Now, what sucks about that is I'm playing solo. If I was in a squad, like, it's a lot easier to stay alive, so I think I would take Hope Diamond if I was playing multiplayer. But as solo, I think that's a liability. Oni Mask I have never taken before. It seems easy enough, just don't get legendaries, which I think means we can't do any quests. Maybe we can only do the red doors. So like the 3 Piggies quest here, I probably can't do. Let's head back. I didn't get any teleports, unfortunately, so I have to double back a little bit. But as of right now, the build seems like it could be onto something. A little bit of cash right here. May as well clear these out. There's even small cash right below me. Yeah, that's the sun effect. If we can get rid of that, that'd be great. But I'm not super worried about it, because it looks like we might be focused on combo points. Dodge as much of this as possible. Wow. Yeah, I forgot it actually gets thrown forward. I'm gonna have to get used to flicking the analog stick backward. Clear out these. Now this is a lot of enemies, TBH. I don't know if this is like the best move, but the pigs self-destruct when you kill them. So if I can make a chain reaction to piggies, I am taking so much damage. Alright. I heal 7 per dash, as long as I have the combo points. I feel like that's not a lot, but maybe I had a common version. I'm at 60 bucks, not enough to do Wishing Well. Just ignore that, keep it going. I cannot do the teleport until everything is dead. I struggle on red. I know it said it's my favorite character, but I feel as though I could stay alive much more easily in wolf form, and maybe that's the balance. Got the money. We won't go to the wishing well until we have a little bit more. That way we don't waste our time. See if we can find literally anything down here. More small cash. I don't know where all the big cash is. The Raven Tower that we got was not very good. It kind of gave us redundant information. Like, I know there's a quest there. We got the key, so having to find the red cave was like, it's gonna be close anyway. So we're kind of subjected to, I don't want to call it RNG, but definitely level generation. I'm gonna kill these because oh wow, did I just throw that off the platform? I didn't even think that was possible. Let's kill these because there is something above me and these will just follow me in anyway. Just have to make sure that I don't aggro the stuff that's off the platform. Like, look at this thing backing up. Yeah, so like I'm taking 5 and I'm healing 7. It's not the most impressive healing. But that does real damage. Alright, kill that. Kill that. And now we have big money right here. Probably enough to do the wishing well. And typically I like to do that because it's a random assortment of, I want to say, good relics. But we'll certainly see once we get up there. Head over to the left. There is money. Perhaps I can get it without aggroing. Dang. Alright. Do they destroy this for me? I think it did damage, but obviously not enough. I kind of need the XP anyway. It's not a ton. Also helps me heal. I wish I got the heal on my slam. Like, the lifesteal is only for your actual power and your basic attack. Alright. Unfortunately, there are monsters on the wishing well. Big bite. Bite doesn't really get me the full HP, but it's still a crap ton of healing. And that is something you could scale up too. Like, healing effects give you more health. Okay, first wishing well. Dash damage, special damage, power damage. I know we got the jump on special. Power, I think, is the right move here. Basically, as good as the special is, I find it hard to win the game purely off of special damage. I think you actually need power and attack on red. Now, I'm sure there's a Little Red Riding Hood Giga expert in my viewers or in my comments. If you suggest otherwise, then definitely let me know. But the most consistent I've been on this character is buffing her attack and her power. We'll just stroll by these. There is another vision here. It's orange, so it's like medium difficulty vision. I wonder if it actually gives you like more vision than normal. Because the monsters are definitely harder. I have to kill these. They're just gonna follow me in. The fight is actually up. So, like, up that ramp. So ideally, we need to get rid of these. And like I said, if I could get one self-destruct, which for some reason they're not self-destructing, there would have been a chain reaction. But I don't know what happened there. Ooh, that hurt. But we have a healing orb next to us. That's a nice little combo. Dash, double strike, get the stack, and then bite right after. Take care of these. I think the double strike actually does a significant amount of damage too. Like, if I could get dash cooldown reduction, I don't know if you can get to the point where you can spam that dash attack, almost like you're playing Hades or something. Level up off of that. Slash Fury or Cleave. Cleave is range. One issue I have with Slash Fury is it actually locks your character down for you to do those 3 hits. It's very good for combo generation, but I feel like it's not good for survivability. Maybe another thing if you're playing multiplayer, though you would have more enemies on the screen. Okay, back in day form. We got 7 minutes on the clock. One chest, it's only a medium, which is still good. I think it could have rares in it. Maybe there's a chance. Oh my god. I don't even know if my cloak was up. Alright. You gotta be careful. So one thing about the trees, which has always been the case ever since this game was first put into early access, the trees can telefrag you. And what I mean by that is the roots that come out, I'm actually surprised that hit me. The roots that come out from range appear from the ground, and you have to like just know the spacing. Power up Dream Shard again. To continue to scale our econ play, we'll just go for the power, and maybe we'll be able to like double that. There's a lot of purchases you can make that double the amount of things that you have. So anyway, as I was saying, the treants, they spawn roots at distance and they're supposed to come in, but as the roots spawn, they deal damage at that spot. For all my Street Fighter 6 players, it's almost like you're playing against JP. He does that wave like toward you. It's from sometimes off the screen. I know I'm exaggerating here, but it ends up being like extremely impactful. All right, dash through, and then I have to do a manual dash. So it's like all my defensive options are gone. I don't even have cloak. I guess you may consider getting power cooldown reduction. That way you can just dash for safety if you have to. I don't know if you can really rely on her defensive ability, especially if you use it for crits. Crit chance, rerolls, crit damage. So crit damage, we have a guaranteed crit whenever we do our cloak. I think there's some stuff that increases crit rate based on combo count, so we have some options here. Oh my god, of course I aggroed this. And there are trees, so watch the telefrag. There it is. I think the only thing they could really do is as the tree summons the roots don't deal damage until they start moving. At least for like the baby versions. Maybe the elite version, it's like automatically moving toward you. Skipping ahead a little bit here, we have a chance to get my revive back. That's still good even if you're at max revives, because this gives you XP. 300 isn't like the most possible, but it's a really good chunk. I'm gonna just break this. Please, oh my god, if I got stuck in the poison, that would have been so bad. Alright. So we're getting close to a grimoire. I was gonna say, kind of an unfortunate spot to transform. Hopefully that stuff will leash. Leash meaning that once they go outside of their normal range, their normal habitat, they'll actually leash, quote unquote, and then go back to where they came from. So these are chasing me. I'm still a little bit too close for them to just leash, and they aren't too difficult to kill. One bite, pretty much enough to take care of those. This is a red grimoire, so high level grimoire could be an issue. They are treants and some kind of mini boss. I think those can actually spawn in the tumor. For those who don't know this game, in 3 minutes we have to fight the boss, but there's also a mini boss on this map called the tumor. Ooh, we got our level up and our ulti. Shotgun and cyclone versus intangible cloud or bite. I actually just wasted the bite on a tiny spider. That's so bad. But it's on the short cooldown. It's only got like 10 seconds left now. Obviously these will be dead before that happens. But this is actually a second ult. Armor, damage, crit chance. Let's go for the raw damage here. I feel like we're popping stuff, so let's keep doing that. So the ulti on Wolfie executes an enemy. And it's any enemy that's not a boss, including like elites. So ideally you want to bite an elite. Cleave damage goes up to 150. Not enough money to do anything else here. It would be nice to get some of these dreams. We could also buff the adrenaline, that's more healing, more attack speed. I think for now, we'll hold our money, see if we can get anything better. There's the tumor. I'm kind of already here, and I don't have a ton of time left on this map. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I think that's enough to do this, especially if I really commit to the damage. So we buff up. These are healers, so they have to die. 366. Did I one-shot? Honestly, the dash, attack, bite combo is super strong. I don't know if red can output that much damage. Okay, so here's a spider. It got healed. I don't think I can out-damage those things. Wow. If I just bite it before they heal, then it can definitely die. Bite you? Shoot, maybe power cooldown reduction is the play, because this looks really good. Next wave. Here's the eels that we had earlier. This has a really nasty attack where they go underground and pop up. Has nothing to do with where they went underground. It just follows your character. One eel down. Should be dead. Boom. Minute 30 left. Wow, we did that really, really quickly. And that also reduced the HP of the actual boss of this map, too. We can teleport up to the center. Already daytime. See if I can get around to this max HP. Protected by one spider. That's not that bad. As long as it's not treants, I feel like it's probably okay. So here's Red's ulti. It puts down the smoke screen. In the smoke screen, you're completely invulnerable to, I think, every attack in the game, including like boss, unavoidable stuff. So it's pretty strong, but it has a very long cooldown. I'm already at 70 seconds, which means it will be up for the boss, but 20 seconds later. We're only on the map for 40 more seconds. I'm just gonna see if I can farm max HP in the meantime. I don't really have enough time to go for any other objectives. The money would be nice, but I'm hoping I can leash that other stuff. Alright, slash through, you're dead. Have to fight the piggy. And hopefully that's it. Nice. Alright, 17 seconds left. Check our shop, see if I can do anything with 110. The adrenaline still seemed kind of nice. We have distant explosion. The double strike has been doing quite a bit. So we added another 100% damage to it. Alright, 10 seconds left. Is there anything I can do with that amount of time? I think you really just run around and see what you have access to. Let's see. So only mask plus 15. I think I'm getting that. It says I'm at 27 attack power. I don't know what the other 12 would be coming from. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, send us in. First boss, usually not a big deal. Depends on how feisty I want to be with my gameplay. Especially if I just get hit for free. Wow, that just misses. I think each tentacle always drops a healing orb. Sometimes you'll get healing orbs give you strength and you feel like that's a waste of a stat, but technically those do work in boss fights. Again, our whole goal with red is just to avoid damage. Notice my B is already on cooldown because I used it for attack purposes. You do have smoke screen ready. I feel like it's such a waste. Like, what am I gonna smoke screen here? Ooh, bad move. Yeah, I thought that was probably the right time to smoke screen. Get in some damage. We can also cloak before we hit R2 to do a guaranteed crit. Form change, you can eat these. That's on a 60-second cooldown, wow. So there's no way I can eat 2 tentacles by the time we go through one phase. Alright. Unfortunately, Wolfie's hitbox is like massive, so I have to take damage. But like I said, you heal, and you can get bonus healing if you really want to. Alright. Buff up. Fight. Slash. Dash. Fight again. And that's it. Wow, the dash strike damage is pretty real. I actually am really liking this moveset so far. Alright, so we're loading into chapter 2. This map, I don't usually have too much issue with, so let's hope we can do our best. Yellow Grimoire right in the center of the map, and a chest above me. We'll get the quick free cash. No one's aggroed, so we don't have to worry about finding anything for it. We can move upward to hopefully, wow, more money. Any chance that you get a free opportunity for cash, you go for it. Because in this game, time is of the essence. And if you have to fight over $20, sometimes it's not worth it if you could just like bring the monster into this arena. So we have a lot of birds here, and you can kind of see some of the failures of red in a fight like this. Luckily, we have our ulti. We can just attack everything in melee range without taking any damage. Famous last words, of course. The healing on charges is doing very much a lot of work right now. Vajra dashing, healing orbs, reduce dream shard price again. That's actually pretty good, I think. I feel like this map can be especially bad because of the way how these monsters attack. A lot of them fire, as you see right there, a big wave of fire in front of it. Sometimes they mob you like we had with all the birds. The wolves, for example, throw spears at range, so you have to be careful to have a dash ready specifically for that. And of course, this thing hits 360 degrees, so it can be very, very awful. I'm really just trying to get up this ramp, but guaranteed these will follow me up. You kind of see the shortcoming of the grenade too. I have to wait. Oh, there's a death. I have to wait for the explosion to happen for me to actually go in, because if I go in, I will also be stunned. Wolfie, however, doesn't, I think, have the same issues. I mean, I do take a lot of damage, but look how much I heal back on one bite. Plus, I have Eat ready. I'll probably save it for the next set of monsters in case there's another elite up here. Yeah, there's a wolf. My DPS is pretty good, so no need to waste an ulti here. Can use it on something else. Maybe have it ready for the Grimoire. Big money so far. We're up to 177. I'm gonna start to path upward just to see if there was some money up here. And then from there, maybe we think about Grimoire. There is max health. That's actually pretty useful. I feel like the way how our healing works, maybe it scales quite a bit if you have more max health. That way we don't overheal. Apparently I'm still aggro to this bird. Take that out. You can see the dash attack is very strong. Okay, so we've got our max health. Let's, don't really have a good way to get to the Grimoire, so I'll still have to walk a little bit. I don't even know if that saved me any time at all. It's like the animation to do the teleport compared to just walking. Alright, so we don't have any vision on the map either. Luckily, a lot of this stuff is asleep, but if you happen to walk over it, it will wake up. There is a barricade up here, but all these monsters are really bad. This is basically the baby from Curse of the Dead Gods for all the people who played that game. Quick eat right there. Gotta take care of one of these really, really bad monsters. The baby from Curse of the Dead Gods also does a lightning effect that follows the player and hits AoE. I think it got nerfed at one point. This is dash crit. When you are critical health regen, that's actually pretty good. I almost take that every single time I see it when I play this game. I think some characters may have a little bit more healing in their kits. For example, if you were pure wolf, you could do that. There's a trait that lets you stay in wolf for as long as you want. However, since I don't have that, and sometimes I have to go into red, I feel like I need the healing. Specifically when I'm with red. Alright, here's another fake baby thing. It's actually getting healed by that support minion up there. Let's see if we can take this out before we die. Quick eat on the high priority target. 660 with a convenient level up too. I do have to dash away to do my pounce, which is a little awkward. Deal damage whenever you trigger defense. Special hits farther and consumes combo. I don't know if we particularly want to consume combo points here. It might be a good chunk of damage if we, you know, like dash strike, get a stack, and then special out of it. However, aggressive defense is guaranteed damage around me. Like, I have to press the defense button or else I die. Get rid of the bird. This grimoire is orange, so it's not hard, it's medium difficulty. 20 seconds before my next eat. Well, not anymore. We may as well just drop our ult here. So this is where I want to say red kind of sucks, because like I want to use my defensive to get the guaranteed crit, but as soon as I pop my defensive, now all of a sudden I'm no longer defensive. I will take damage. So it's a fine balance between trying to utilize my R2 as an iframe and actually running around in circles. I think this is one of the most movement required characters. That's a death. I should have I think I had my B button ready. I should have just popped it instead of greeting for damage. I think this is one of the most movement required characters that actually cost me the grimoire too. A little unlucky there. It's also a waste of time. Like, not only did you not get the relic from the actual encounter, but the XP you would have gotten as a bonus you lost, and the time you spent in the encounter is also lost. So we'll take care of these. I do want the max health. If you think about it, critical HP, where I start healing up, that number is going to go up every time I get maximum health. So it's kind of worth it to take it whenever we walk by it. Otherwise, you would just like leave these on the ground until you're ready for a heal. Because technically you can teleport back to it. We have Sinbad on the right hand side of the map. I don't know if I'm quite strong enough for that just yet. There really should be something in this patch of land right here. Okay, this is a Raven Feather that actually gives us XP and one of our lives back for 100 bucks. I do wish the cost reduction from the artifacts I picked up worked, but it unfortunately does not. Head down the ramp. The far right that you see is the actual boss encounter. You could potentially skip this if you want to speed run, I guess. You could skip the actual map and go straight for the boss if you want to. Some really interesting big money here. Notice how it was behind a bunch of pots. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Get the dash through. We do have our ulti in case we need it, but these are low enough as is. I'm also finding myself missing the dash strike. I can do it very easily on Wolfie because I think that hits a cleave, but she just stabs forward, so oftentimes I just straight up miss. Alright, there's a lot of monsters here, but I do have my ultimate. Take these out, dash through to avoid the flamethrower. Quick bomb, I'm just gonna cloak to avoid. And there we go. Back into Wolfie form. I don't have a ton of teleports on the map, which is really unfortunate, so I think we have to just hoof it down here. Or paw it, I guess, if you're a Wolfie. There's a ramp. That should mean that there's something here. Okay, that's vision. It's low level, I guess, like normal level vision. It's green compared to being orange or red. I don't know how much we'll be able to see. So hopefully this reveals some good objectives on the map. It'd be kind of nice to see like a radius, for example. Like, okay, you have cleared this chunk of the map. Do you want the radius from this thing or not? Oh, maybe it's not a radius at all. Maybe it's the number of objectives identified, which is cooler than what I thought it was. Easy green grimoire, hopefully make up the difference for that loss we had earlier. Oof. I wonder how long that is held. So I can dash, and then the attack portion is there for quite a while, but I think it does go away. I don't think it permanently changes your attack into the dash strike. Open the grimoire. We have Eat ready. Use it on the Phoenix, I guess you would call it. That's actually the best monster to use it on. There's no other Phoenixes. It's like cursed versions of normal birds and then all normal birds. Pounce. A lot of healing. See, imagine being red right now. It's just not possible. Vitality, critical hit, damage, critical chance. So critical hit damage does synergize with our red form, because I get to put down my B button and then dash through, and it's a guaranteed crit. It is possible to scale crit in Wolfie. I believe you can get the chance where combo points equal crit rate. Head over to, we have Wishing Well available. I have 235 bucks. It's enough to buy one item. I think you need 350 total to get 2 items. That's just going off memory here. Quick Bite. I have like a lot of unfortunate monsters here. Evisceration, power gives you bleed. Wide attack I take every single time. I think also it really helps with the ability to dash strike. I think that does increase the range of the dash strike. Feel free to pause the video to confirm that for me. Like, try to get the frame data between the two of them. Unfortunately, this is 150, no cost reduction. I don't quite know why. Vitality per magical object, healing while not in combat. When dream shards are consumed, gain damage. I'm kind of using my dream shards on non-shop. Is a little unfortunate. We could possibly get a good chunk of damage if we are able to get back into spending money though. The vitality will give us a chunk of HP, which again will scale with that critical healing. Really, it's just for red. I mean, if Wolfie doesn't get popped on the spot, then that's great, but with red, I will probably die if I don't have some sort of healing. And that critical health healing is probably going to make a big difference. Alright, Sinbad's over here. We have only 2 days left on this map. See if anything is towards the top. I get worried about doing Sinbad now. The last couple of times I've tried it, it's essentially a DPS check. Sinbad is being held captive by a Cyclops. There's 2 other NPCs on that map. So what happens is that the game needs you to kill the Cyclops before he eats Sinbad. He has to eat the 2 humans prior to that. So if you end up in this situation where you cannot attack the Cyclops, especially if you're a melee character, ranged characters I don't think have this issue, then he ends up just eating Sinbad and you completely wasted your time. Alright, we got some money just now. I'm gonna try to bypass all the crabs and junk here because I do see a chest. It's only... oh, this is a red chest with all these crabs. This might be a bad idea, to be honest. So the issue with the crabs is that they take only 1 damage until you knock them over. And to knock them over, you have to break their poise. I think I can break poise pretty well with the grenade. But then, like, I need to be able to get in there, which I can't because I throw the grenade away from me. And then I have 3 crabs on top of me, while I have to charge up combo stacks in order to dash to the ones that got flipped over. So it's like, it's kind of bad for red. Even with my ulti used, now I'm trapped. Alright, good ult away. We'll regen up. Critical HP got me to 86, which is actually a very, very good number. I did happen to aggro this spider, which is, again, very bad. I don't know if this is, like, well worth my time here, but we're already locked in. And if I don't do this, then we'll end up with no objectives on this map. Wow, I still died. I know I got down to 50 HP. I would have imagined that was critical and would have given me the regen, but apparently not. A little bit more damage. Just try to try to go for the specific unit that's flipped over. It's not easy. I will tell you, it is not easy. If you're playing a ranged character, sure, you can just bullet them from far away. I've used my ult twice in this encounter. So this one chest was probably 2 minutes total. 90 seconds being a minute 30. See, when I knock them over, it's not bad. But when it's 10 crabs and you're one person, I don't know. You can't do it. Special charges, that's our grenade. Special cooldown. We'll reroll here. Power charges. Attack damage. I'll go for the dash cooldown because if you think about it, being able to dash more might equal to more dash strikes, which is more combo stacks. I'm sure it's asking for a lot, but I'm hoping this is gonna work out. And it kind of helps you get across the map faster too. It's like a 25% move speed increase. That's probably not accurate. All right, so I just did a lap because I happened to see the red boss door, and if I happen to see the key, then I would go for it. It's not here, and now I have aggro to all this junk, and I need objectives too. I'm in Wolfie form, so whatever spawns here, I can just eat. Almost got a two-piece on that one enemy, like dash strike into bite. We gotta take out the healer. It's sometimes hard for me to recognize that there's a healer in these encounters because like these two monster types look the same to me. One of them dashes and then attacks you, the other one is a healer. But I don't know, their silhouette to me is extremely similar. Okay, so we have priority target is the snake. Eat, and now back into regular business. All right, I can actually out DPS the heal there, but I think there's higher level versions of those healers, and maybe you can't out DPS those. This is where bite cooldown reduction might actually be kind of beneficial, because if I can dash strike, get a combo stack, and then like bite and rinse repeat, that could be very strong. All right, as you see, I've taken a lot of damage at this point. Just hold off until B comes back up. Bite, and now I'm back up to half. One snake down. Healing orb. Look at that. 121. 443. Good level up. Your defense instantly gives you 2 combo points. Or move speed and max health. See, I'm a sucker for the move speed on red. Because I really do feel like she has to reposition herself to not die. It's not even about like, oh, I need to get the right angle to do my dash through. I need to run away to stay alive. All right, this is guarding money. Honestly, it's a lot of monsters, but we're in Wolfie, and I have only 5 seconds left on Eat. I still do pretty good damage, like, without doing the Eat at all. Wait, wasn't there another monster? It's like, did I kill it? It's just gone. Wolf is actually very good for the crabs, too. One dash strike does so much poise damage, and then the pounce is really good, too. Alright, we'll get that. So... not a lot of spots on the map. Wishing Well, I have 150 bucks. I think you need 250. I do have Eat ready. Oh my god, that sucks. I didn't know we were gonna transform. Alright, so we're right next to a Healing Well. This is max HP, but I have to... oh, there's an elite werewolf too. Alright, here's a good test on Red's damage. Wait for the freaking bomb to go off because I can't go in without killing myself. Okay. That was not terrible. Get the max health. We have 50 seconds left on the map. One thing you could do is just run around to see if you can find money lying around. I'm only at 150. No way we can get the Wishing Well. Looking at the options we have. Copy objects. We ended up getting a copy of the power damage. Whatever the king card is what we got the copy of, which I think was power damage. And honestly, that's ideal here, right? Okay, so take out these. This is the money I was talking about, just lying on the floor. I hate that you have to manually pick that up. Devs, if you're out there, the one thing that no one wants in a roguelike game especially, I'm sure action games are the same way, but for roguelikes where time is of the essence, having to manually pick up the money on the floor is, like, not great. I don't know who invented that. As a matter of fact, the Dead Cells devs had that in their game and they took it out. It took them a lot of patches to do that, but that is no longer a thing in Dead Cells. Alright, boss time. This boss is sometimes an issue for red. It depends on this part right here. So I have, like, extra move speed and I still can't outrun the laser. And I don't believe you can dodge through it either. You need to be intangible. Smoke screen, very, very helpful here. But as you see, positional wise, there's all of these mines on the map. And when you're playing red, you have to be melee. Okay, so here's this. That seems slower to me than the first one. I don't know what that's all about. First phase, half HP gone. Another big issue about playing red in this fight is if you choose a different ulti than shotgun, you no longer have a damaging ult for... Okay, the dash... I should call it power, because that's what it is. It's my R2 button. The R2 power actually gave me the iframes to avoid the laser beam, which is very, very fun. Okay, so a stun state boss, and you transform sometimes, which is a complete waste of time. When you're using this ult, eat plus smokescreen, you can't do anything during a stun state boss. All you can do is your regular rotation. I'm over here speaking in Final Fantasy 14 terms. You can only do your regular rotation, so like, what are you supposed to do? My ultis are really just for the normal monsters, which seems kind of awkward. 30-second recast on Eat. Probably unlikely that I get to use it on 2 ad phases. Well, the same ad phase, I should say. I want to say Leap can go through the laser beam. I don't really want to test it. Wow, I missed my power. Ow. The laser beam scares me, but I guess when you're in wolf form, it's not a big deal. Alright, one more. Ow, 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 ow. I didn't want to waste the eat there in case I have to go through one more ad phase. As you see, dash strike, really strong for some reason. Alright, that's the end of that chapter. Good level up. Alright, heading into chapter 3, I'm always kind of worried, especially playing a melee character. This map can just be really awful for most characters, but I say red specifically. We can get more damage on our attacks. We can also level up the True Instinct. There's a Cursed Relic in here. Prevents lethal damage, so like a Death Defiance or a YOLO. I believe that should also work with Oni Mask, right? I mean, as long as I stay alive, I might get a big chunk of attack power. Also, keep in mind, I cannot take legendaries, because as soon as I do, I lose all of my vitality.
They don't stand a chance.
There is vision on the map. It's green vision, but it's not a radius like I thought it was. I guess it just marks a specific number of monsters. Well, objectives, I should say. The wolves are an issue because they can lock red down. They have like a chomp that will actually snare her in place. There's an elite version of these too. I got lucky that the elite wasn't here. Dasher is doing good damage. 335 at max stacks. Also gives me a little bit of health back. Let's see. Grimoire, treasure chest, small money. You can go backward a little bit and try to head over to the treasure chest. There's also healing right next to the teleport, so if I need it, I can go for it. Not bothering with that money because it's not free like this is. don't want to aggro more than I need to, because honestly, this map in particular, I die on quite a bit. So I want to make sure that I only use my health where appropriate. Take care of this thing first. This is some kind of elite gargoyle. It has a combo to it. But as you see, the other monsters drop fire fields on the ground. And I feel like that's worse for me to deal with, because now I can't necessarily fight the big gargoyle on top of a giant stack of fire. All right, break the poise, big bite, 448, not enough to kill, so that's kind of horrifying. Dash damage, they keep wanting to give us that, which is interesting. We'll get the third king card, so that is 3 20% power increases. I want to say if you get one more of those, you actually get some kind of buff. I don't know what it is for king card. I actually haven't done that a lot in this game, period. Stacking the same kind of artifact. Grimoire here, gotta take care of these things. This is not the worst monster on this map. It's just the fact that it teleports away and dodges my bite somehow. That's like pretty awful. But they don't particularly kill you, I would say. They're just very, very annoying. All right, so we do have Eat ready. I don't know which gargoyle's the bad one. I guess it doesn't matter. I think they're all the same normal type plus some cursed versions. Okay, so the gargoyles are doing wave attacks and fire on the ground. I don't know if you can really tell what you're supposed to do here. Regen kicks in, it takes us up to 120, I think I saw. I wonder if there's a cooldown to that, because it looked like I had some kind of icon on my screen. Got the healing orb. All right, half HP, it's not where I want to be. Armor, crit damage, and vitality. All very good options. I think right now we have to think about like what's the best effective HP. And I'm sure there's some magic formula out there about armor versus max health, especially when you have healing in the kit. I'm assuming that at this point armor is the way to go, because maybe our healing isn't gonna get us back up to well, I'm full HP now. But maybe like taking hits that we can heal up is better to get armor. Our special no longer affects us and explodes immediately. I feel like that is super good. But I've never actually taken vulnerability on special. And I don't know how that affects poise on the monsters. Like maybe they get instantly poise broken. I feel like the answer is no to that, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. Some free money. I do see max HP down here. I'm very, very close to it, so I feel like I may as well go for it. Quick eat. That's on a 40-second cooldown now. This gets us to full HP. Free money as well. Probably only 10 bucks, but that's $10 I didn't have prior. I do see the quest for this map. I don't know what it is. It's Headless Horseman, I think. But I think it's also Camelot or some medieval character, and then maybe Lady of the Lake or something. I don't know, because I've only ever done it one time. Especially solo, I feel like it's really hard. Okay, so we're up to 42 attack power coming from that one cursed object. And if we're lucky, we keep the attack power on death. Like maybe it breaks, but then still is in my inventory. Crap, I can't go through without killing these. As I said, this map sucks for red because of that witch I just killed, which does lightning. The wolves that we saw earlier, the gargoyles. I guess you haven't seen the elite wolf yet, so that's gonna be an issue. Double slash through those. Sometimes there's money in these transition areas. I don't know if I necessarily had to kill those or not, but we did it anyway. Pop out the other side. We have no vision of anything. This is a yellow chest with only, okay, I was gonna say 4 monsters, but now it's 5. Gotta go for the healer. Yeah, I can't out DPS that. Let's just get some combo stacks. Yeah, oh my god, I wish I could just pop those for free, but it just doesn't happen. One heal before you die too, just to make you feel extra bad. Please do not aggro more stuff. Alright, so let's pop our ulti here. We're gonna have a full fight, I guess. That was my fault, I suppose. The monster ran up out of the range of the chest, and I should have just let it. Down to half. We're getting 12 HP on one dash through. And I feel like that's not great numbers, but I guess over the course of time, that's easily like 10 times 10. 100 HP worth of healing that you didn't have prior. Armor per missing health would be pretty good. Magical object gives you vitality. We have a lot of objects right now, so we're up to 467 health. I would assume that, I don't know, maybe there's someone out there who knows the effective HP versus armor values, but as of right now, I feel like a big chunk of HP is going to be better than a little bit of armor at a specific stage. We have big money right here. Confirmed vulnerability does not instantly break poise, so that's unfortunate. You can kind of see where the move speed's really important, because I need to be able to just spot, dodge, reposition, get the dash through. This is a very unfortunate set of monsters, just to say that. It would be okay if it was just the spider. As you see, once I get trapped, I have to pop my intangible, or else I'm a sitting duck, literally. Did I aggro that wolf? Okay, I did not. So, for the most part, we need to get this money. We have a few instances of cost reduction. I don't think it's enough to, like, giga scale. And we're getting this kind of late, to be honest. Let's see. 74. 215. 246. Oh my god, I got so much money out of that. Okay. Maybe we can scale a little bit. Okay, that's the elite wolf. That's the thing I don't want to fight almost ever. Yellow chest in here. I'm gonna maybe... Ooh. 2 targets I really want to eat, but I don't know which one's the priority. Because I know the wolf can, like, snare me. Alright, I left it to the dice roll. Just whichever one got hit by the eat, it's gonna go. I would have assumed those would follow me into this room. Especially since their initial area was like right on the other side of the wall. I do have to take care of the gargoyles. May as well kill them back here and not have to fight like 4 extra enemies up ahead. The map gets really hard because it's like, I feel as though I have to just face tank most of this. Eat up in 50 seconds, that's an incredibly long time. Gotta take care of the small gargoyles, I think. Oddly enough, the combo melee coming from the big gargoyle, I feel like is nowhere near as deadly as fire on the ground. I mean, I'm taking damage, of course, but I have to take care of the small ones. I'm promising you I'm taking more damage from the small ones than the big ones. Alright, hang on. See, I'm not getting the regen right now, which makes me think it must be on some kind of cooldown. And I guess that's a balance thing, because you could always just run in a circle and get all your health back. But I wish I knew, like, how long until the healing kicks back in, because I'm definitely at critical. Alright, so break the poison on one, just eat it. Hopefully we get something good here. Special damage, ulti cooldown reduction. That's something that you don't see every day. Let's go back to the shop, see if we can do anything with our big money. My hope is that we can duplicate something. Let's see, upgrade talents to legendary. I don't know if we need to do that. Gain 2 copies of a common. The only common I have is the cost reduction. That could be interesting. I don't know if I've ever actually had this at 5 before. Yeah, so that made my next purchase 0. We can do another duplicate, or I think that's the best value there. I don't remember what the cost was previously, but being at the very bottom of the list, it was probably the most expensive.
Thank you and farewell.
All right, we did happen to get a duplicate of critical healing. I don't quite know how that's gonna work. This is the one free purchase I just got, kind of showing if you combine artifacts together to the number it says, you get some kind of special benefit. 5 commons to get one free purchase does seem a little underwhelming, but I guess if you think about it, you are getting cost reductions the whole time. And like in any roguelike game, you can probably giga scale economy. It's not always the like instant pogs thing to do, but if you end up getting some kind of benefit, it might be nice. All right, so we have Headless Horsemen through this door. Let's take out the wolves, take out the gargoyles. My hope is that I can at least be competitive in this fight. I don't feel weak. And I do have to keep in mind that I think a legendary comes from this. I hope that it could also drop a cursed object. All right, so the first thing we have to do is we have to free Morgan. I don't quite know what's the target here. We do have our ulti up. Let me just get it in a good spot. Eventually, you can get a version of this ult that actually does damage around you, which is really fun. Our dash through now does 22 healing. 15 for 2 stacks, 22 for more. Bone Cracker, that's exactly what I was just talking about. So now my smoke cloud does DPS inside of it, and then when I eat an enemy, I believe it explodes. Dash through. I wanted to get the cloak for the crit, but it seems so dangerous at this point. Almost done. Wow, of course I take extra damage for that. 4,500 XP. You know what? That's not nothing. So once Morgan is free, of course we get the big XP. She doesn't actually give us an item. I believe she sets up another quest outside of where you are. There it is. It took a second to spawn. We're gonna go straight to it because we only have the 2 days left. It's over here to the right. I assume I will have to clear monsters in order to actually access the area. Free money, always take that. I think that's literally $10, which doesn't sound like a lot at all. Oh, she's here with nothing blocking the path. Nice. All right, so she opens up the stairway, and then inside, I believe we fight Headless Horsemen. I've only ever done this fight one time, and only in multiplayer. I've never done this solo. So the horseman itself runs in a circle, puts down fire. Easy enough to dodge, but it sucks for me to do my grenade. It's almost like an FF14 like raid fight. You dodge telegraphs and then try to get in DPS whenever it stops. There's also ads which are attacking the tree. But if I look at the tree's health bar, I mean, it's taking some HP damage. I just don't want to waste too much of my DPS on anything besides the knight. Like, I'm trying to compare the tree's HP to the knight's HP. If I could just out DPS the skeletons, then we're probably going to win. All right, I'm gonna dash through a couple of them every once in a while. I just don't want to put all of my eggs in the skeleton baskets. However, that tree is going down. Oh, whoa, 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 wait. Why did it just nuke the tree? Well, I may as well just forget about the tree now. So, I don't know what constitutes as a failure here. Fail. The tree has been destroyed. But the Headless Horseman's still here, right? So, I have to kill it. I can't just leave. Maybe you get XP still, and you just don't get the legendary object, which I guess, to be fair, I can't use a legendary at all. If I do, I end up losing my attack bonus from my curse object. The horseman itself is not that difficult to kill. I wonder Should I have just only gone for the skeletons completely? And if the horseman is in my range and gets hit, it's just icing on the cake. Like, maybe my target priority isn't quite what it should be. But then again, I don't really know this fight, so this is brand new for me. Almost done. One more good chomp. Okay. One more good chomp. Not enough to kill. Apparently, this thing has a lot more armor than I thought. Alright, so that's done. See if we get literally anything from this fight.
There is little comfort in Arthur's defeat, as I grieve for
I think we got nothing. No XP, no item. Alright, well, I assume I am strong enough for the boss. We have half a day left. Barely any vision on the map. I think at this point you just run around, try to find a free objective, or at least something that's extremely impactful for us. A door, I have to fight to go through that. Hopefully those monsters leash that were chasing me. Nice, they did. In here we have some free money. As I said, sometimes there's money, but sometimes there's not. Alright, I assume I have to fight these since they're like right next to the door. We get good use of the vulnerability and good eats. Honestly, the spider, not that the spider is the most deadly enemy, but the fact that I have to play around the spider kind of sucks. With those gone, we'll go back to the door. We don't have any objectives in clear view, so I do still have to run around a little bit. I wonder if the monsters get progressively more difficult as you go up the stairs. Obviously, the map looks a lot worse, but I can't tell if the monsters themselves are actually like higher tier. Okay, so this witch sucks. All of them suck, actually. So 2 of them do lightning bolts, and you can clearly see, like, it's hard for me to just go in and do damage. The big witch flies around on the broom, which leaves fire on the ground. Then she also fires missiles at you. And I think if you try to run away from her, she just chases you down. I have a minute 30 left. She will actually not get off my tail. That did 84 damage? No way. All right. Dash through. I think I have to kill. I don't want to. Ooh, regen kicking in.
Here it comes.
Again, I don't know what the timer is, but I see an icon above my health bar. Wow, with the vulnerability on, red actually does good damage without having to be in wolfy form. All right, so we have 1 minute left.
Where's the action?
I don't really want to engage anything else. 139 bucks. Few things we can level up. We can do our ulti. We can do it twice, actually. That's kind of cool. I guess that's where the cost reductions come in. We could also relearn everything, heal to full. We don't need to do that. So I guess we'll get the next level of Bone Cracker. It brings us to 20 bucks. And that's basically it. I'm not gonna really go around doing anything. I'm just gonna run, see if I can find free money. All right, boss time. So this boss, I have a 0% win rate on as solo. Really, the only time I fought this boss was that last Ravenswatch vid for Sun Wukong. And you all left a lot of good ideas on how to do the fight. However, being solo, I think it's still really difficult. So I believe the general consensus, attack both of them if you can. Because once one's poise is broken, you need to break the poise on the other. I am melee, however, so as you see, the right hand, if you want to like call them left and right, the right hand fires missiles in front of it. So it's kind of hard for me to just go in melee unless I have this. I can't tell how the DOT's working. Ooh, this thing's taking 1 damage now. So I guess once you break the poise, it will no longer take any additional damage. All right, this is their ult. With red, it's not like super difficult because I can go intangible. Okay, that one's invincible, so we'll go for this one. Dash out. I could have tried to dash through, then use my natural dash on the opposite side, but Seems dangerous. Oh my god, I just ate so much damage. See, the scary part about this fight is when it's time for me to go in melee, this thing's basically exploding. So it's like, how do I actually do anything if you yourself is exploding around you? Okay, so they're both down. Now, because I don't have an ulti, I have to do as much DPS as possible. That did hit. We did about 25% on one of them, maybe. So unless they're both stacked on top of each other, we're gonna have a long fight ahead of us, people. This is their second ult. I hug the center and just don't go into the orb. Seems to work out pretty well. I do wish I had the automatic detonation, because I'm having trouble landing the grenades on these bosses. And I have to like walk away and then throw it outward. Ooh, this is a really good spot. So when they're stacked like this, I feel like it's the only way I can do DPS on red, because I get double dash throughs and double grenades and stuff like that. But it just doesn't always happen. This is probably where the move speed is super helpful too, because I'm almost playing Toho over here. Okay, so one of them is down. Honestly, I do decent poise damage, maybe? Famous last words, I guess. All right, so I stopped that. I'm gonna go for this one since I'm already on it. Use our cloak before we dash through. I don't feel like I crit just then. That was 476. I feel like I could have done more than that. All right, so that one's down to half. So if you think about it, how many more knocks do I need to actually get this? Like 3? Maybe 4? 4 would be extremely unlucky. This sucks. Like, I feel as though other characters don't have this issue, but maybe I just not playing red correctly. All right, easy ult, just go towards the center. I'm gonna attack this one that's next to me. This one's already at half poise. Look, I'm already dead. Oh my god, that ult just saved my life. Okay, so I see I'm doing 33 damage to the other hand, based on the smoke cloud. Oh my god, that actually popped my Death Defiance. Okay, I still have 42 attack power, so maybe that does mean I keep it. Maybe? Hopefully? Alright, poise almost down for this. Look at how much time I'm not doing damage, because I'm just dodging bullets. Okay, center. Go for right hand. This thing is getting pretty low, and I think people said I need to like kill them at the same time. All right, poise broken. Let's get in as much DPS as possible. No way that grenade lands. Wow, that grenade actually landed. 1220 on like my full like maximum hit. Maximum hit is like cloak, 3 stacks, dash through. Power. I don't know why I keep calling it dash strike, because like we already have something that's dash strike. We have something that's called dash literally, which is just our like dodge. Okay, this is good. They're both on top of each other. Oh my god, the transformation. Oh, what also sucks as Wolf in this fight, and this is really bad, like Wolf doesn't have very good defenses against this ult that they do. Maybe I could leap into the center, but I don't know how good that is. And I'm losing my vulnerability. So Wolf's ult is just the eat. And there is literally nothing to eat in this fight. So what do you even do? I feel as though you get a good biome clear, because you get to eat random elites that are around. It helps you clear different objectives and get chests and stuff like that. But once you get to the boss fight, the only thing that is impactful, literally at all, is the smoke screen. And even then, we just leveled it up to get damage on it. All right, I don't even have leap up. Just have to eat a little bit of damage here. All right, go for right. They look like they're going towards each other, which is cool. So that one's a little bit too low. I'm gonna swap targets. Stomp, bite, dash strike. Okay, couldn't really get another bite in there. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Luckily, Wolfie does a very good job of keeping itself alive. I wonder, if you look at their health bars are on fire. For those who know this game, does that signify anything? Is there any importance? Like, is this an enrage mechanic for an MMO? So now they're doing more damage. I definitely feel like that visual means something. All right, they're just about at the same HP value. Yeah, Wolf can't dodge that without leap. We have to go for right. It's very, very far from being dead. Or being poise broken, I should say. I do have really, really good healing. This thing actually might die before its poise breaks. Pop the regen. See if we can get as much as we can while it's vulnerable. I think if it dies, then the other one's poise will break automatically. Oh, it might just break anyway. Okay, good, good. So they're on top of each other, so I get good cleaves. I think this is a DPS race? So I want to say on Sun Wukong, the other one revived or something. It's like really weird. Anyway, that's a win. Not like the most busted thing I've ever seen. And this was only on Twilight difficulty. So if it was any higher, I would assume I would hard lose here. So yeah, that is another attempt at Ravenswatch solo. I'm doing this because it seemed like you all seem to like the game. And YouTube seems to like Ravenswatch too. If you enjoyed what you saw, like the video, leave a comment letting me know where I could have maybe gotten better on Red. Or if you know another character that you enjoy, drop that in the comments and maybe we'll give that character a try. Alright, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I like to get you all the best content that I can. If you want to take a moment, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, ring the bell notifications so you can get those. You could also consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member. All of those are links which are in the description. Just scroll down and you'll see them. Either way, thanks for joining in and I'll catch you on the next video.